Hey guys, welcome to Winter Fresh Weekly. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my favorite recipes. Now, obviously, it's delicious, but it's also super simple. Simple ingredients, simple instructions, and really easy cleanup. I think that a lot of people that have a really demanding 9 to 5 job every single week can't really find the time to have a good breakfast every single day. What's nice about this recipe is you don't have to have any formal training or be any type of chef or anything like that. Really, it's for anyone. Now, the best way to mitigate how often you get eggshells in your yolk is not to hit it on the corner of the counter or hit it on the edge of the bowl or anything like that. Just hit it on a flat surface. If you do it on a corner instead of a flat surface, you're just kind of forcing that eggshell into the yolk. Now, keep in mind, if you do pre-crack your eggs and you want to store it in the fridge, egg yolks are usually going to be good for about 2 days in the fridge, whereas egg whites, fresh egg whites, are going to be about 4 days. If you're really in a hurry and you really want to meal prep for the next couple days, you can prepare the frittata and then put it in the fridge, and it's good for about, I want to say, 3 or 4 days. Anything more than that, I think is going to be kind of gross. It's really up to you how much spinach you want to use. For me, I usually do about 2 or 3 handfuls. Now, once you have your spinach ready, you're going to want to take your spinach leaves and stack them together like a stack of cards, basically. This is going to make it really easy to pluck all the stems off of them first. You're going to take that deck of spinach leaves, you're going to fold it like a taco, and just go ahead and cut it long ways. After that, go ahead and start chopping it nice and fine. Now, in this video, I'm just doing a ½ pound of bacon. If you're wanting to prep for the next 4 to 5 days, I recommend doing an entire pound. So go ahead and dice up that bacon, throw it in the pan, make sure that everything is evenly cooked, nice and crispy, at least that's how I prefer. But what's really important is once your bacon is ready, make sure you strain the grease. You might even put it on a paper towel and pad the grease a little bit. If you don't do that, when you go to mix it with your spinach, it's just gonna get all clumpy, and if it's sitting for a couple days, it's probably not gonna mix very well after the first time you make it. If you're prepping this mixture for the entire week, if you do, I want to say maybe 2 to 3 handfuls of spinach, I would only recommend using 1/8 cup of breadcrumbs. If you put too many breadcrumbs in there, it's just going to make your eggs super salty and just ruin your entire prep. Now, this is a stovetop frittata. Not everyone has one of these tiny little frying pans, but it's only a couple bucks on Amazon if you're wanting to make this frittata and maybe put it on some toast or make a breakfast sandwich out of it. I would recommend getting one of these tiny little frying pans. It also looks a lot nicer. So if you're wanting to maybe show off to your friends or one of your significant others, I think that making this stovetop frittata in one of these tiny pans is gonna look nice. Now you're gonna want to heat up the frying pan and set your stove to medium-high heat. You don't want to set it too high because it's just going to end up burning the bottom of your frittata. Once you have the frying pan up to heat, go ahead and throw some butter in there. Once the butter is melted, go ahead and add your mixture. Now, if you just pour it in there and you don't stir it around for the first minute or two, it's not going to cook evenly. You're going to have an over crispy bottom and an uncooked top. Now, some of you might like that, but if you're wanting to make sure that your frittata is evenly cooked, you're going to want to stir it for the first 1 or 2 minutes. Now, what I like about this recipe too is if you're going to go camping and you have an ice chest, this mixture and your eggs will probably be good for about, maybe 2 days if you have a decent amount of ice. So make this mixture before you go camping, take it out with you, and you're going to have a decent breakfast for the next couple days. Once your frittata is ready, it should look like this, and it should have a nice gold brown bottom to it. Like I said, it's delicious, it's simple, but if you make it with this tiny little frying pan, I think that it's very visually appealing, and it's a good way if you want to show off a little bit. I love this recipe because it's super simple, but I think it's really appealing to people that are looking for a meal prep option throughout the week. I also think that regardless of what your health goals might be, you can tailor this recipe to whatever you need specifically. If you like this recipe, go ahead and like the video, leave a comment. If you didn't like this recipe, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you would do differently. I'm always open to suggestions and learning new things.